right, so we're getting interactive as always. And Aisha Ibrahim is here, my interactive partner. Good evening to you, Aisha.
Good evening, Israel. You always kill me with your outfits.
Oh, thank you.
And your tie is one of my favorite colors.
Oh, wow.
It's beautiful.
Glad to hear that.
Right.
And you're not looking bad. You're not
nice way of welcoming you back.
You're not looking bad either.
Okay, all right. I get you.
You're Bienja.
Oh. Not yet. We'll do it soon, but not yet.
Okay.
So time to get interactive now. Get your gadgets and let's get talking on your most interactive segment on Facebook.com/Joy News on TV, and on Twitter it's at Joy News on TV, and on WhatsApp the number to call is 0560-800-1000. Please remember to send your name and location when sending that message. All right, I guess you have your cold drink beside you. Relax whilst we get interactive. Now, a former rector of the Ghana Institute of Management and Administration, GEMPA, is calling for the reduction of the number of subjects pupils at the basic school level are examined on. Now, Professor Stephen Adai says the current 10 subjects need to be reduced to 4, and he puts it into bracket English, mathematics, integrated science, and social studies. He says Ghana's basic education has virtually collapsed because we don't give the children the right preparation, and it's about time we reduce the number of subjects they examine on to 4 core competencies. So what do you make of the suggestions?
Looking at the whole scenario of being found yourself as a student of, from basic school and comparing it to outside world, we realize that education as a whole started from outside country, which is from British to Africa, right? And when we compare them like Africa to USA, Europeans are taking about, let's say, 4 subjects at a go, and yet they are achieving what they want to achieve. And we think that we found education to be somewhat important. We found education to be somewhat important. We try to be alienated, and at the end of the day, what we are doing is to do beyond the limitations of Europeans.
I think it wouldn't be in the right direction because children must be brought up in a holistic manner. You can train them on only 4 subjects: English, math, science, and social studies. What are the technical skills which our country needs more? At the current age in which we find ourselves, we don't need mathematicians. We need a technical expertise to build up this country. If you look at the developed countries, they are building their countries on technology. And we are here trying to find white-collar jobs through the study of this mathematics and those things. And at the end of the day, we end up lagging behind. And more so, our educational system, the way it's being structured, is what is causing the students to fail.
What their children are learning is too much for them, so I think his view is okay and it will be good for the country as well. They do nothing really, but those young people schooling in the GSS right now, they are not old as those days. So I think their mind, the level of their mind and the 4 subjects will be okay for them.
You normally write, it's not supposed to reduce to 4, because right now, if you reduce to 4, it will be only social, English, maths, and science. Then what about the ICT, the PE, the technical skills, and the rest? Because right now, this country needs technical personnel to extract our mineral resources. Right now, we lack those people in this country. So if you reduce this subject to 4, it won't be a good idea.
So those are some of the messages coming from the streets of Accra. A lot of the messages are coming on social media. Let's see what's on Facebook.
We'll be going to Facebook in a bit, but I heard one of the people we spoke to, he was suggesting that he was downplaying mathematics. Mathematics is a really important subject.
Very
mathematics
important
is that
subject.
It gives you it puts you in a position to be able to do better analysis.
Definitely.
But people scare or shy away from mathematics. And because of that, I'm sorry to say, that's where a lot of people are.
That's what, yeah, it's true. Because if you look at the syllabus now, they've introduced this UC Maths. It's not mathematics per se, but it's sort of mental, something to work on your brains, and it's really helping the kids.
Mathematics is really
you
important.
Can't take it out.
Really,
you
really
cannot
important.
do away with it.
All right, so let's go to Facebook and get to read some of the comments. Al Hassan says, in a primary 1 to 6, the subject should be 4. So he comes up with his own, namely mathematics, English language, citizenship, education, social studies, and Ghanaian language and culture. Al Hassan T. Jamal says it should be 6, mathematics, English language, integrated science, social studies, ICT, religious and moral education will be combined with Ghanaian language and culture. Al-Amin says you can't be admitted into tertiary institutions if you fail maths and English. If you pass all subjects but failed English language or mathematics, you're like a hopeless person. You don't qualify to be recruited into any of the security services either. What kind of education system is this? That's the kind of education system we need. Actually, English and maths, at least mathematics for me, I think is truly extremely important. Kwai says, I agree, and also reinvent the wheel by ensuring students who enter SHS are psychologically mature to take up the courses mounted at the level of the educational ladder. Israel, I believe that most of the students nowadays in SHS are too young to learn and even understand lessons, really. I think if they're giving the proper foundation, it's not a matter about age.
Yeah.
Not at all, I don't think so. Bugri says, I strongly endorse it, and our leaders, especially GS, should try and examine the idea and be proactive about the matter. Inatis theory states categorically that the absorption rate of the child is a limitation, so our educationists should try and reduce the subjects at the basic school. And Daniel Poku says, exactly, this is the sort of education is needed in this country. Come to think of it, what has been the importance of the rest of the subjects as one progresses to the second cycle institutions? This man should be given the opportunity to reason with us, and surely he will make a change in society.
And on WhatsApp, let's check the messages. I'll start with this one from Fauzia from Obuasi. She says, I love your dress and my husband loves your show. Thanks so much, Fauzia. And she goes on to say that I think reducing the subject will help a lot. This will enable them tackle all the syllabus. This one is coming from Saka Mahamadou from Tamale. He says, I'm a teacher myself and I've been complaining about the number of subjects taught and examined at the basic level. A good pupil in any of the subjects suggested by the prof can perform in any course at the higher level. Is worth considering. That's coming from, oh, please don't call my line. I said, don't call, please. So the agreement is that you don't call. So please don't call.
Still calling, but it's important. I mean, my bit about mathematics and talking about the other subjects. I would want to think that if you teach the person gets to appreciate English and mathematics that well.
Yeah.
Then you're expecting them to be in a position to read for themselves and appreciate the other subjects.
Exactly. So.
Except a lot of people don't read.
Yes. Maths, you can't. I think it's part of us. We cannot do without maths. It's very important. And this one is coming from Zach from Tamale. He says, I side by him that the subject should be reduced. It should even be extended to the SHS level. And this one is coming from Dennis from Soto. He says, it's not far from right. Certain topics in the GES syllabus are a cake, and he feels that it must be changed. Idris Yakubu from Prestia says, very much credible comment from Prof. May God bless you. Ghanaians polish things too much above our own standard. Why so? One can feel English but can express himself. But this is not impetus for you to go failing English. That's not what the prof is saying. That because you can express yourself, you should also do the grammar aspect, so you go and be failing. That's not what he's saying. And then finally, Isaac from Bumpungu says, I agree with him for the reduction, but not to 4. Technical education should be added, making it 5. All right.